What is going on, gamers? Aevatrex here again, and today I have a very special video because if you see my might, I am just about to get the King title, which has been one of the things that I never really thought I was going to reach before this last update. Now, this update made it so much easier for me to reach, so I just said, hey, the hell with it, let's go for it. So I am basically there. I've basically raided today for hours, just endless hours of just raiding mana. And I'll go ahead and show you all of my inscriptions right now. I mean, I got my main heroes up to level 80, and then all of these heroes all the way up to level 41 is the only reason that I was able to get to such a high might, because I have so many inscriptions. Oh, what's this? I thought I could inscribe one of those. But yeah, even these guys got the inscriptions up. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is basically just go ahead and finish off my inscriptions, get the king title, and also show you some gameplay without Druid, also without Pumpkin Duke, because Pumpkin Duke is actually maxed out now. So I'm going to be showing Here Be Monsters J without them. But here we go, guys. I'm saying at 79, 947. Let's go ahead and start inscribing this Paladin. 980. 989 and 98. Boom. 80,000 for King. And right at level 40 because I can't get them any higher because of their level. But there we go. 80,000. And now what I have to do is basically just do a dungeon, which they actually just refilled. And once I get out of here, I should be able to get this King title. So here we go. Same thing here. Now you notice that I'm doing this without a Druid and also without a Pumpkin Duke, because as I stated before, Pumpkin Duke reached level 180. So what I'm doing is I'm basically rotating out the people that reach level 100. I'm just replacing them with someone else that can actually use the experience. So now what I'm doing is I'm substituting Spirit Mage in for where Pumpkin Duke used to be. Um, and then one Spirit Mage gets to 180, and then the others, I'll just keep subbing them in. But there it is, King Aevatrex, finally. Not many people can say that they're king. A lot more nowadays, but it's still very, very few considering the amount of people that actually do play the game. So I'm very proud of this. I actually wanted to get it before this next coming update because, as most of you know, we're gonna get 10 extra hero slots, so it's gonna be even easier. So I just kind of wanted to do it before all of that happens. That way it can still feel somewhat like an accomplishment. But yeah, there it is. Let me go ahead and show you my altar and show you what I'm working with. So as I stated before, Druid is maxed out, 180. Pumpkin Duke is also maxed out. Look at this Pumpkin Duke. Like, let me just stop a second and admire this Pumpkin Duke, because there's not a lot of better Pumpkin Dukes out there. Outside of a 505 rebite, you really can't get much better. So this Pumpkin Duke is beautiful. The Spirit Mage is actually about halfway there, so he should be there pretty soon. Minnow is a little bit further than that. So you see here, all these heroes are about to hit 180. Cupid also, another beautiful Cupid, like, wow. So Grizzly Reaper is going to be one of the heroes that will be subbing in for one of my main heroes. That way I can use the experience. Of course, Ares is going to stay in, even though he is kind of reaching that 180 threshold pretty soon. Maltanica is not quite there. I mean, he's still pretty high level, but he's still got a ways to go before he's capped. I don't think he'll reach the cap before like a new 10 star comes out or something like that. Now, Vlad Dracula is getting up there because of the Enlighten, but once he reaches the 170s or so, I might think about changing this for something else. So, and then of course, Thunder God that I haven't touched in ages, and Immortype, which I've touched in probably more time than that. But yeah, let's go ahead and do a Here Be Monsters J. Like I mentioned before, no Druid, no Pumpkin Duke, and let's get it rolling. So I basically call this life without Druid, but I guess now it's also can be considered life without Pumpkin Duke. So in this case, since they spawned from the middle here, they actually aggro into one of the towers, so they won't go for one of these sides, unfortunately. But it's okay because one wave should be able to clear one side. And at this point, it doesn't even matter if the Pumpkin Duke procs or if anything procs. I mean, I've yet to lose a J. since I've started doing it without Druid and Pumpkin Duke and any of those heroes, so I'm not too worried. I mean, I expect a few procs. I expect Pumpkin Duke to proc. It just doesn't really matter anymore. It just really doesn't. There you go. You see the Thunder God proc. Hopefully they can go ahead and finish this off here. Yeah. Now, the Pumpkin Duke did proc, but they didn't get here fast enough. There we go. So black clears that out. I'm getting crappy drops. I think the first one was mana, I believe. So I really can't use that. Not anymore, anyways. I mean, I literally filled my mana vaults today about 50 times. Like, no joke, guys. I literally almost filled it off about 50 times just today. When I started today, I was around 73,000 might, somewhere around there. And I've gained 7,000 might. And again, I got the crappy drop. Like this wave is not meant for me to get any sort of experience, apparently. So here they go again, in the other side to clear that off. Hopefully they can clear enough before they get wiped out. Um, there goes the Spirit Mage proc, which is deadly. So it actually gets a little bit interesting going to J5. Sometimes it does get kind of close. But you know, it's nothing to worry about too much. Has anybody even died yet? Let me see. Probably. Who's died? I don't think anybody's died. Wait a minute. Ares probably died. I don't see Ares. Yeah, he probably died. But it doesn't matter because Vlad just absolutely crushes this and no, you know, no chance. And I get the gold drop. This is absolutely a terrible wave. Oh my goodness. You're gonna have to do better than this. Oh, let's go again. That was atrocious. Oh my god. Alright, so this time they actually start by clearing out a side. Hopefully this wave goes a little bit better because that last one was just horrible. If it was even mana would have been better than gold, but I really have barely any use for gold at this stage. Alright, so here we go. I'm really hoping... Oh, see, the Pumpkin Duke proc, so they're going to come in really fast, but it really doesn't matter. Like, they just get stopped right there. But yeah, I'm really hoping that this wave comes from this side, and it does. Alright, cool. So, let's go ahead and hope that they can clear this out really fast, because I've had instances where there's only a few left over here. Because of their procs, like Minnow's proc or Ares procs, where it kind of leaves a few here, so that can cause me some trouble sometimes. But nothing that a four corners, would stop anyways, because I have those weird splits sometimes where you get screwed. So what can you do? Sometimes you can't really do much on those. But yeah, at least my outside buildings are I wiped out, so the next wave should come fairly quickly right into the meat grinder, as I believe Distagio calls it. Either Distagio or I forget who it is that calls it the meat grinder when they come in the base. But there we go. Basically, Ares just destroys them before they even come in. So now it's just taking out these little dwarfs, and Minnow takes care of that. I really can't wait for this update. I mean, when do they plan on releasing it? Because it's only about 10 days before Christmas now, and I mean, what are you gonna do? Release it on Christmas Day and then just be there for a day and then the holiday's over? I mean, come on now. It should be any day. Hopefully anyways. But yeah, there goes J4. In this way I haven't lost anyone unlike the last one. And here it comes with the last wave. I actually prefer when they come from Vlad's side because he clears it much quicker, but can't win them all. There we go. Spirit Mage is probably gonna die on this one, more than likely. And oh, it doesn't even look like it. Well, Tanika might clear them out now once his cooldown is done. Nope, not at all. Total whiff. But yeah, there it is. It gets really interesting. It's more exciting than just doing it with a Druid. Still not that big of an experience drop, but there it is, guys. King title, doing J with substitute heroes, and I'll continue to substitute people in, until I get all the experience that I can. But thank you for watching, guys, and thank you for following. If you like the video, subscribe, and I'll definitely be coming out with new content. But thank you for watching. Goodbye.